How about some homemade peach cobbler? Let's go. This is Kendi K all day. Peach cobbler is a delicious and easy dessert to make. Let's get started. I've never made my peach cobbler in this little mini casserole dish. So this will be interesting. I'm not sure if I need 2 cans of peaches. I got a little baby can, a smaller can of peaches, 15-ounce can. I know I'm gonna use this can here, but that might be enough. I may not need both. Did I open the peaches? Yes, I did. Okay. Now we're gonna drain these peaches. You know what? I could just drain them over the pot, can't I? Y'all, I have been craving peach cobbler all a day. Yes, all day. So, a little water in that pot, in that bowl. So, looks like I want some more peaches. So, I am going to go ahead and use this second 15-ounce can. And I'm draining all the juice into my slurry so that it'll be real thick. Thank y'all for joining me. So when I say I am new in these YouTube streets, this is Kendi K all day. Y'all go ahead, hit that like button if you don't mind. And if you're not a subscriber, I hope that this will make you subscribe because Kendi K be over here cooking. And tonight I am baking. So let me tell you about this peach cobbler. I've been wanting this peach cobbler all day. And I kept saying, don't mess up your diet plan. You don't need these carbs. You don't need all this sugar. But baby, this peach cobbler was calling my name, my name, my name. So I am going to go ahead and fix this peach cobbler. And I'm going to eat myself about 1 good serving. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this peach cobbler to my Auntie M and my Uncle Doc. I'm going to give them this peach cobbler. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. And I have this pot with my slurry and the drained juice from the peaches because I want to thicken it. I don't want no thin juice on my peaches. I want it to be thick, 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 thick. So now I am going to add some white sugar and some brown sugar to my peaches. And when I make peach cobbler, I always make sure to get the peaches in heavy syrup. So this is a 1/2 cup. So that's about a 1/2. Let's do about a 1/2 and a 1/2. Should make 3/4 cup. Because this is my baking dish. This is what I'm using for baking. I thought it was 9 by 11, but it's not. It's a little smaller than that. So. Or 6. Yeah, it's small. It's small, yeah. And I gotta keep stirring. I won't be adding all of that slurry at all. At all. This is some light brown sugar. And if you have dark brown sugar, that will work as well. Using half a cup, plus a little bit more. Now when light brown sugar, the brown sugar of any kind, the light brown sugar, the dark brown sugar, it does not like air. So make sure you have a good clasp on it. And then I will even put this in a container, in an airtight container with a lid on it, so that, or else it'll get really hard. If it does get hard, all you really need to do is add a piece of bread to it. If it does get too hard for you, just add a piece of bread and it will soften back up for you. Drop down in the chat. Let me know where you are watching from. I'm not really measuring these things. I'm just trying to give y'all some measurements. Then I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla. About a teaspoon of vanilla makes everything taste better, and it makes it have that good homemade taste, that good rich taste. Thank y'all for popping in for this impromptu peach cobbler session with Kendi K all day. Okay, yes. Peach cobbler is one of the easiest desserts you can make, though it tastes like you spent all day making it, right? I am being very careful so that I don't break up my pretty peaches. I don't want them to break up anymore. I want them to have their integrity. That means keep their shape. How much cinnamon? As much as you want. And let me see. Now be careful when you add your cinnamon and nutmeg to your peach cobbler, because a little goes a long way. And you surely can add too much, and it will make your whatever you're cooking with it bitter if you add too much. So do a little bit of time and add a little more if you need more. So most people all the time add cinnamon when they're making peach cobbler, but it's just an acquired taste if you want a little bit of nutmeg. So watch how much nutmeg I'm gonna use. I'm gonna hit it. I hit it one time, and then I hit it a second time. So that is enough nutmeg for sure. I may need to add a little bit more cinnamon. So be very careful. You see how I'm just turning it over? And I'm gonna stop because I see some of my peaches already breaking up. I have my oven on 405 degrees. And pretty much I'm just following the baking instructions on the box of pie crust. I will tell you, you can splurge on pie crust, like buy the name brand pie crust. But then you can go Great Value brand, Walmart brand, store brand on the butter, the brown sugar, the white sugar, the peaches. But spend your money here. And y'all, it'll be interesting how well this cooks up because my pie crusts are almost out of date. So if this doesn't rise as well as it should, it's because these are a little bit old. They expired earlier in February, but they should still be good. So that's just a use by date. And this comes with 2 pie shells in the box. Vegetable oil spray in my pan. And I'm just gonna take a little taste and make sure my peaches have the appropriate amount of sugar and that I can taste that cinnamon taste in them. They're good and sweet. I'm gonna hit it with a little bit more cinnamon though. No more nutmeg, just a little bit more cinnamon. Syrup, that heavy syrup. I always get the peaches in the heavy syrup when you're making a cobbler, because that's full of sugar as well. If you like what you see, hit that like button for me. I'd appreciate that. So this is gonna be the bottom of my crust. Come over here towards the middle so y'all can see. Just unrolling this. Like so, stretching it a little bit. And y'all, you see this corner needs a little bit more right there, so I'm just going, there we go. Yeah, do that. Yeah. Peach cobbler is very forgiving. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and turn my slurry up so I can get finished and get this peach cobbler in the oven. So next what I'm gonna do is, you see I have a lot of liquid in there in my peaches that remained in there. It's coming out because I added all that sugar. So I'm just gonna add some of that liquid into this slurry. Because no way do I want to pour all this liquid into this little pan of this pie crust. You can make your own pie crust, but why? Trust me, Pillsbury has it covered. I'm just sticking my spoon to the side there, getting as much of that liquid out of here as possible, and adding it to the slurry mixture, because that's going to be a good thickening agent, so that the liquid in my peach cobbler is nice and thick, just like homemade. I also melted some butter, and I'm going to use that to coat the top crust so that it has a nice golden brown on it. And if I have any of that butter left, I'm going to put it into the peaches. So I can actually put that like that. And that slurry, y'all, that is, it has all the juice, and that juice is full of sugar from the peaches. How's that? Can y'all see that better now? So you want to be very careful. That slurry is extremely hot. Extremely hot, so be very careful so that you don't burn yourself. Thank you to the 3 people watching Kendi K all day. Appreciate you. If you're a subscriber, thank you for subscribing. If you're not yet a subscriber, I thank you for watching. I appreciate that. So my stove is already, it's preheated to 400. It says cook this on 425, which is a very hot stove. I'm gonna cook it on about 400. So I used vanilla, and I always buy pure vanilla extract. You can buy imitation, but I always buy pure. You can buy the store brand of vanilla as well, but it's always good to buy the best brand of vanilla that you can afford, because it's going to give you a better flavor in your baked good. So McCormick is a good brand for seasonings and for flavorings when you're baking. And I'm also seasoning with ground cinnamon. It's just the oven telling me that it's at the right temperature, 400 degrees. I'm gonna start this cobbler at 400 degrees. And then also just a pinch of ground nutmeg. The cinnamon is kind of a classic flavor for peach cobbler. The nutmeg is optional. It's an acquired taste. But we always use cinnamon and nutmeg in sweet potato pie as well. Y'all, truth be told, now I've been craving a sweet potato pie as well. But this will be it for me. This will tide me over. Y'all, I'm a lady of a particular age, and y'all, these cravings are crazy. Oh, thanks for watching. Thanks for checking in. I appreciate you. Looks like we got somebody checking in from Nebraska. You just made my day. You just made my whole day. Thank you for checking in. I appreciate that so much. I'm just waiting on, oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Slurry is slurrying. Look at it. Look at how it is. Oh, can't see, can you? Look at how thick that slurry has gotten. You see how it's sticking? to the spoon. That's what we want. Okay, so now I need to take that off the fire. This is what my mama would tell me. Take it off the fire, and I can't add it to the peaches right away, or else it'll cook the peaches, and the peaches will break all up. So I'm gonna let this cool a little bit. And y'all, we just gonna need a few spoonfuls of this slurry. Yeah, this is a little baking dish. So y'all, this is like about a 9.5. Y'all, can you see that I'm doing renovations in this house? This is a 9.5 by 7 little baking dish. This is extremely hot, so be very careful so you don't burn yourself. I'm gonna drain some more of this liquid off of my peaches, and that will help to cool down this slurry as well. And the reason why we made that slurry is so that we'd have some thickening in our cobbler. So the filling on our peaches in this cobbler will be good and thick, not runny. I do not like runny peach cobbler. I like my liquor thick. And then y'all, now it's time to just spoon our peaches in there. I put two spoons, mixing spoons of that slurry into my peaches. Now I'm just gonna spoon them in because I don't want them to tear up. And the more that slurry cooks in the dough here, it'll be nice and thick. And I can just discard the rest of that slurry that I made. Y'all, it does not take this long to make peach cobbler. I promise you, it does not take this long at all. Ooh, this is gonna be a good cobbler. The last time I had peach cobbler was at Christmas time. I made another homemade peach cobbler. And y'all, I'm trying to drain all that little juice off of here. Okay. So this is the dough that we have remaining. It comes with 2 pie crusts, and we just want to cut them in relatively the same widths into strips so that we can do our lattice work. Let me show you what that looks like. So I just took the other pie shell and cut it into strips like that so I can do my lattice work. So brush here, my butter, and I'm gonna wet everything down with some butter. So that everything comes to a nice golden brown in the oven. Y'all, that already looks amazing, right? Right? She is so pretty. I gotta get me some sugar. Sprinkle a little sugar on top. But it has to cool before you put the sugar in it. On the top, just sprinkle some sugar on it or it'll just melt right through. So you give me a drum roll? I love it. I love it. I'm here for all of the shenanigans. You ready for it? Ready for it? Homemade peach cobbler. It's homemade peach cobbler, and look at her, y'all. She is bubbling hot. She is golden brown. She is gorgeous. Those settings. There she is, y'all. Peach cobbler. Peach cobbler. You see how she bubbling? She is bubbling. Yeah, once she cools down a little bit. I'll sprinkle some sugar, some sanding sugar on top. And it should be glistening like diamonds. Shining bright like a diamond. To me for Christmas. Somebody did give me this dish for Christmas. This is just a little bitty pan. Mm-hmm. It's red. It's brick red. And if you know me, red is my favorite color. It's that little Hell's Kitchen. It's like a mini casserole dish.